The Acolyte is this cool new upcoming TV show by Leslye Headland, all part of the Star Wars gang. It goes back to the High Republic era, way before the main Star Wars movies. The Acolyte unfolds right at the tail end of the High Republic era, where things are shrouded in shadowy secrets and emerging dark side powers. We're talking roughly a century before the whole Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace drama in 1999. Now here's the juicy part. A former Padawan links up with her Jedi Master to dig into a string of crimes. But hold on to your lightsabers, because the forces they're up against are way more wicked than they bargained for. The Acolyte's journey to our screens began back in 2019. At the premiere of Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker, Leslye Headland spilled the beans about being a massive Star Wars fan. She had a bunch of ideas brewing for Star Wars films and was totally up for it if Lucasfilm president Kathleen Kennedy came knocking. Fast forward to April 2020, and Headland is not just in, but she's writing and running the show for a brand new Star Wars series, tailored for the Disney Plus streaming service. They were assembling the dream team for the series, and it was set to explore a different slice of the Star Wars timeline. On the epic Star Wars Day, May 4th, 2020, Lucasfilm officially confirmed that Headland's brainchild was in the works. Then, at Disney's Investor Day in December 2020, Kennedy dropped the bombshell. The series is named The Acolyte, and it's taking us to the end of the High Republic era, just before the main Star Wars films kick in. Behind the scenes, Rain Roberts from Lucasfilm joined forces with Headland in co-developing the series, drawing inspiration from the vast Star Wars expanded universe. The Acolyte is serving up 8 episodes of intergalactic goodness. Rolling into 2023, Alex Garcia Lopez and Kogonada jumped on board to direct some of the episodes. But alas, not all was smooth sailing, as in March 2023, Karen McCarthy took Lucasfilm to court, claiming a breach of contract after a brief stint on the series in April 2022. As for the writers, in June 2021, Leslye Headland got her dream team together, forming a writer's room for The Acolyte. Now here's the interesting bit. Each writer brought their unique Star Wars vibe to the table. Some were die-hard fans of the original trilogy, others were all about Dave Filoni's Star Wars magic, and there were even a few who weren't fans at all. The crew included talents like Jason McAuliffe, Charmaine de Great, Jasmine Flournoy, Eileen Shim, Claire Keikel, Cor Adana, Cameron Squires, Jocelyn Baio, and Jen Richards, adding their own flavors to the Star Wars mix. By May 2022, Headland spilled the beans that the writing for the series was pretty much in the bag. She emphasized the female-centric angle, promising a kick-butt female protagonist without shutting the door on male characters or audiences. The scoop? Brace yourselves for new characters and canon dropping into the Star Wars universe, hoping to captivate existing fans' interest. But hey, Headland gets it. Not everyone might vibe with it, and that's cool. Now, Leslye Headland's pitch for The Acolyte is like diving into the Star Wars universe for a whole new angle, through the eyes of the villains. She figured the High Republic era, with the bad guys playing catch-up and being wildly outnumbered, was the perfect time to explore this untapped perspective, dubbing them the underdogs of the galaxy. Her unique take sets The Acolyte as the earliest live-action Star Wars story on the timeline, with a twist. No overarching conflicts or wars. Instead, imagine a galaxy at peace, which Headland finds pretty darn intriguing for a Star Wars tale. Sure, battles will still go down, but in a more intimate setting, complete with choreography laced with elements of martial arts. Headland kicked off her creative process by questioning the status quo, finding Jedi training a bit odd, especially the whole training kids routine. She's aware of fan gripes about plot elements, like Darth Sidious's sneaky rise to power without Yoda catching on. So she's taking a crack at those questions and pushing the boundaries. Ever wondered how Emperor Palpatine snuck into the Galactic Senate without the Jedi catching on? Headland's got you covered. The series dives into the political, personal, and spiritual layers of the High Republic era. It's like uncovering the Renaissance or the Age of Enlightenment in the Star Wars world, where Jedi aren't the stoic monks we know from the films. They're rocking gold and white uniforms, steering clear of skirmishes, like they're allergic to dirt. And if that doesn't pique your interest, Headland pitched The Acolyte as Frozen meets Kill Bill. Yeah, you heard that right. Lucasfilm was all in, especially since they were exploring the High Republic era in their new book series and wanted to venture beyond the familiar film territories like The Mandalorian. Leslye Headland did some deep dive exploration into the roots of George Lucas's Star Wars. She traced the original influences, like westerns and Akira Kurosawa's epic samurai films. But you know what she decided? To switch things up and draw more inspiration from martial arts films, I felt they brought a more personal vibe to the table, steering away from the grand galactic scale. Specifically, she dived into wuxia films from the likes of King Hu and Shaw Brothers Studios, including classics like Come Drink With Me and A Touch of Zen. These movies served as her muse, adding a unique touch to The Acolyte that promises a more intimate and personal flavor to the Star Wars universe. Casting for The Acolyte kicked off in June 2021, and Lucasfilm had their sights set on finding a talented young woman of color for the lead role. Fast forward to December 2021, and the buzz was all about Amandla Stenberg, who was in talks to take on the spotlight. The deal was sealed in July 2022, with Headland having envisioned the role with Stenberg in mind. But that's not all. September 2022 brought news of Jodie Turner-Smith entering final negotiations, and the male lead went to Jung-jae, who went the extra mile by learning English for the part. Talk about dedication. Manny Jacinto and Charlie Barnett also joined the cast in mysterious roles. In November, more stars joined the party, including Daphne Keane, Rebecca Henderson, Charlie Barnett, yep another one, Dean Charles Chapman, and the legendary Carrie-Anne Moss, all in undisclosed roles. December added Margarita Leviva to the mix, keeping her role under wraps. Then, in a surprising turn in April 2023, Jonas Suotamo, the Wookiee Jedi Master Kelnaka, joined the lineup, bringing his Chewbacca vibes from the sequel trilogy. Lee, Keane, Barnett, and Moss were confirmed as Jedi, with Henderson playing Jedi Vernestra Rowe from the High Republic Initiative. In October, Amy Sang hopped on board, adding another layer of mystery to the cast with her undisclosed role. Let's dive into the design and filming details of The Acolyte. Leslye Headland, the creative force behind the series, drew inspiration from George Lucas's vision for the original trilogy. Lucas aimed for a lived-in feel, where the sci-fi fantasy world wasn't all shiny and sleek, but showed signs of decay. However, the prequel trilogy took a turn towards the sleek and advanced. Now, with The Acolyte, Headland wanted to carry on the idea that the further back you go in the Star Wars timeline, the more exciting, new, sleek, and interesting things look. It's like stepping into the past, where the galaxy was a fresh canvas waiting to be explored. As for the filming journey, principal photography kicked off on October 30, 2022, at Shinfield Studios in Berkshire, using the working title Paradox. The talented trio of Headland, Alex Garcia-Lopez, and Kogonada took charge of directing episodes, and they made use of the cutting-edge stagecraft technology to bring the Star Wars universe to life. James Friend and Chris Teague handled the cinematography. The crew also ventured into Madeira Island, Portugal from mid to late March 2023, adding a touch of real-world magic to the series. Filming also took place in the stunning Brecon Beacons National Park in Wales, bringing diverse landscapes into the Star Wars mix. By early April 2023, they were on the home stretch, with just a few weeks left to wrap up filming. And the moment we were all waiting for, filming officially concluded on June 6, 2023. So get ready for an 8-episode ride, because The Acolyte is hitting Disney Plus on June 5, 2024. Well, that's it for today. For now, make sure that you like our video. Please share your views in the comments section with us. Subscribe to the channel to get updated, and do not forget to hit the bell icon to never miss an update. Thanks for watching the video, and we'll see you at the next one.